Hey you guys, in this short video I'm going to show you how to get your files ready for printing. First thing, we have a little bit of work to do on our floor plan tab. You can see that currently I have my floor plan tab open and my 3D tab open. On my floor plan tab, I want to zoom out by either going to zoom and fit my screen, clicking on the button onto the side, or I can just scroll to zoom out. What I need to see are these 4 blocks around the outside. We're going to be taking these blocks and we're going to be moving them in nice and tight to our shed so our shed fits nice on the paper. To do that, you're going to take your mouse, you're going to click and you're going to drag and you're going to make a selection around the box and the triangle together. When you get your arrow that's pointing in 4 directions, you're going to click and drag and you're going to bring that arrow and point it in about in the center of your dimension off to the right. Do the same thing on the bottom, click and drag, let go, and then click and drag and bring that arrow just below the center of your wall. Same thing over here, click and drag, 4 arrows, click and drag and bring that to the side by your dimension. And last one, we'll bring that top 4th one in, click and drag to select 4 arrows, click and drag so it's just on the outside of 16. Here's why we wanted to do that. Before, when I hit my fit or zoom to fit button, it zoomed way out. Now look at what happens. When I hit zoom to fit, I get a nice tight fit around the outside of my shed. Next thing I need to do on this floor plan tab to get it ready for printing is I need to change the scale of this. Currently I'm at a scale of 1/8 of an inch equals a foot. So that means for 1/8 of an inch in real life is a foot on my plan. I don't want to be on that scale. I want to be on the scale that most architects use, which is the 1/4 of an inch equals a foot scale. That's my scale just about a quarter of the way down my list. So I'm going to choose 1/4 of an inch equals a foot. So what that means is 1/4 of an inch on my plan equals a foot in real life, or 1 inch on my plan equals 4 feet in real life. Now when I did that, it doesn't look like a ton happened except for my letters got a lot smaller, and when I zoom in, my print is a lot easier to read. These triangles and squares are really still massive, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. It'll show up on my print and that's still okay too. I'm going to do something very similar to what we did here on my 3D view. If you still are struggling to get your 3D view open, let's review how to do that. So I just closed it out to review. I'm on my architecture tab. What I need to do is slide over to my view tab and I'm going to click on it. And now we're just going to click on the 3D house. Don't click on the words when you're clicking. Try to click on the icons. It saves a little bit of clicking. Now that I have my 3D view open, I'm going to take these work planes or these visibility planes and I'm going to shrink them in so they're nice and tight around my shed. This will allow me to do the same idea. When I click on this button, it's going to give me a tighter zoom. So I'm going to click on that and you'll see that it highlights in blue and then there's a bunch of circles. We're going to take these circles, we're going to click and drag them in nice and tight to the shed on all 4 sides. We do not want to take them in so far that they're hitting the shed, just a little bit outside the shed, a nice little buffer space. I did that on that level. That was my floor level, and now I'm going to do that on the roof level. So I click and I'm going to bring in all 4 edges. I'm going to bring all the way around, just sliding them in 1 edge at a time. There's not an exact place you need to put these. You just don't want it to be hitting your shed. That's going to be too tight. Now I'm going to click on the background and you can see right now it doesn't look very different, but if I come up here and click on my house, boom, it gives me a great even view of it. All right, so from here, we are going to be leaving this on an 1/8 inch scale for our printing, but our floor plan is going to be on that 1/4 inch scale. On our next video, I'll show you how to get your print actually going.